Today, we're going to make a white wine sangria. I wonder if I have powers like Harry Potter. Apples, pears, grapes, mint, white wine. Mango liqueur. Sprite. How you doing? Today on The Real Grill, we're going to do something differently. Normally, when people think of grilling, they think of ribs, chicken, tri-tip, or some form of meat. But we're going to show how the vegetarians get down on the grill today. So we're going to do a ratatouille. I hope you guys enjoy it. Cheers. So for today's ingredients, they are as follows. Tomatoes, bell peppers, garlic, yellow squash, zucchini, eggplant, Parmesan cheese, basil, red onions, salt and pepper, rosemary, olive oil, and French bread baguettes. Okay, so the first step for making our dish today is we have to cut up all our vegetables. Today we'll be utilizing a mandolin to get a perfect thickness for every vegetable. We want our vegetables between 2 and 3 millimeters thick. So our first step is we're going to take our yellow squash, we're going to cut it in half. Then, I'm going to take it, put it in here like so. I'm going to start slicing. Alright you guys, now we're about to finish up. Now as you see, you want to go about 2 millimeters thin. You don't want it to be very thick at all, especially since we have a lot of vegetables. You want to have a great color and a great thickness. So this is about 2 millimeters. It's perfect. Okay, now it's time for our eggplant. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut off the top right here because we don't need that part. And get these leaves out the way. Cut it right down the middle. Grab our mandolin. Last but not least, our zucchini. Cut off the top. We'll cut in about 4 pieces just to keep them thin, so it'll be easier to use our mandolin. Okay, so for the tomato, because of the high juice content, we're going to use a knife instead of the mandolin. Watch out for your fingers. And you still want to get nice, thin cuts. Alright you guys, now the majority of this time for this recipe you're going to spend prepping your vegetables, as you can see over here. And the remainder of the vegetables are going to go into our sauce. So these are for our sauce, and this is for the body of the dish. Okay, now that our coals are nice and hot, what we're going to do is we're going to take our garlic, bell pepper, 1 onion, and our tomatoes. We're going to put them directly on the coals for about 3 minutes. And what it's going to do is give us a nice smoke, rustic flavor to the vegetables. We're going to take them off, and then we're going to begin to start the base for our sauce. It's been about 2 minutes, so the first thing we're going to take off is our tomato, and don't worry, we'll make sure to wipe all that ash off. We're going to take them all off. Now make sure you are constantly washing this, rotating them every couple of seconds or so, because you don't want it to burn all on one side. That's good char all the way around. Onion probably go a little bit longer. This garlic, oh, that garlic is going to taste so good. That's real roasted garlic right there, you guys. We'll get that onion just a little bit longer to absorb some more smoke flavor. And then we'll get to cutting. So this is the base for our sauce. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our cast iron skillet. We're gonna add some olive oil to it. That should be enough for now. Then we're gonna add some of the leftover vegetables. Not all of them, just a couple of them. A couple of those. Eggplant. A little zucchini. All right. And then we're gonna take our vegetables fresh off the grill. We're gonna start cutting these. Now they don't have to be small because eventually we're gonna blend it. So just nice sized chunks, you know. Just throw those in there as well. Take the bell pepper. Oh yeah. Okay, and for the onion, we're just gonna cut it in juliennes. Take our collection of vegetables and our cast iron skillet. We're gonna put them straight on the coals. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's check and see how our sauce is doing. Oh wow, the aroma coming off of that is amazing. And look at that sizzle. That is beautiful. All right, let's take it to the blender. All right, now we're gonna use our handy dandy Ninja blender to blend our sauce. So we're gonna take it and gently just get your blender. All right, you guys, now that we have everything in the blender, we're gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. Dried rosemary. Parmesan cheese. And after you initially blend it, if you need some more, go ahead and pour some in there. Just do it to your taste. Right. Let's give it one last taste. Oh yeah. That is perfect. You can taste all the vegetables. It's delicious. Now it's time to build our ratatouille. All right, you guys. Now the moment we all been waiting for, the assembly of our ratatouille. So first, we're gonna take a ladle, get some of our delicious sauce, pour it in there, and spread it around pizza style. Just enough to barely coat the bottom. Then, take a little bit of basil, just sprinkle it on the bottom. Not too much, just a little. All right, and then, exciting part. Take one zucchini, one slice of eggplant, one tomato, and one yellow squash. We're gonna lay it flat, just like that. Then, zucchini, eggplant, tomato again, yellow squash again. We're gonna lay it flat and we're gonna overlap it just like that. And we're gonna continue to go all the way around. All right, you guys, come out and check this out. Isn't that a piece of art? That is beautiful. Now, normally, you would take it and throw it in the oven or on top of the grill, but you know how we like to do? We like to do things a little bit differently. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take just a little bit of salsa, and just pour it over on top. I don't wanna mess with the pattern too much, so we're just gonna pour it over on top. There we go. And then we're gonna take the rest of our basil, we're going to sprinkle that on top as well. Oh, I love the smell of basil, fresh basil. Then we're going to take some of our Parmesan cheese, sprinkle that on top as well. Love, love, love cheese. That's good right there. And lastly, you remember our baguette we had? What we did was we sliced it very thin. We put on top of the grill to let it toast. Then we threw it in this bag and beat it with a hammer. And now we have fresh homemade breadcrumbs. And we're just going to sprinkle some of those on top as well. Just enough to get a good coverage. Just sprinkle over the breadcrumbs. Helps get a nice crispy texture on top. Alright, and our final last step before we put it inside of the grill / oven, we're going to take some aluminum foil. Nice sheet. We're going to cover it up. Just enough to get full coverage over it. And then we're going to put it in the grill for about 35 to 45 minutes, depending on temperature. All right. All right, so it's been about an hour. We've cooked it around 300 degrees, as you can see. And it's time for our ratatouille to come out. Oh, the smell is unbelievable. Take this out. Oh yes, it's ready. Now wait till we open this up and plate it. Oh yes, oh yes, beautiful. Now it's time to plate it. Finished product, this beautiful plate. Now, the moment we all been waiting for, time to taste. Show you a little bit of everything. Wow. Who said vegetarians can't have fun? Guys, anything, whether you're vegetarian, a vegan, carnivore, you can grill anything. The smoke flavor from the charcoal will always enrich the flavor. It's going to take out the natural flavors of the vegetables and make it something amazing. This ratatouille, simple yet decadent. You got to try it out. Don't be afraid to grill, guys. Thanks everyone for watching this episode of The Real Grill. I hope you enjoyed our fabulous ratatouille recipe. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us at The Real Grill on Instagram and Facebook. And don't forget, if you see me in the streets, free bear hugs. See you next time.